Zuma can be there, right? But as a lucky charm or the a part of the elders council, but not as the president.
Okay.
Let's have proper leadership for this mess that we've created, and we're thankful to Zuma for being able to be this magnet who's able to bring us together. But now, can we stop being practical, guys, and putting the right people in the right positions? And it can't be centered around this one name, and it cannot have women. There is no revolution without women. Julius was surrounded by yes men. And the danger with being surrounded by yes men is that even if you're stupid, the yes men are going to follow you into your stupid revolution.
Hey guys, welcome. Remember that we've just launched EYL Africa, where you can purchase this shirt that I'm wearing. You can purchase our socks. Don't forget, it's EYLshop.africa. The exciting news we're here for is, of course, the latest episode.
So, are you going to be shouting for black people and black rights? That's exactly how the past 30 years has happened. Because when the ANC got in, they were like, oh, hey, this is nice. This is nice.
Yeah.
Comrade. Yeah. You know? Then they start calling each other by national speaker. Yeah, national spokesperson. It's an ego thing. So Abelungu have mastered the fact that you can just get into the ego of the blacks and create the select few gatekeepers, essentially. So for me, the politicians are gatekeepers for white capital monopoly, and it's not the answer. I think that we need to start thinking of civil organizations, right? And thinking of ways, practical ways, that we're going to sort things out on the ground. Like in the past, abantu abamnyama would have systems like ukulima. I remember how they would focus on one person's farm, then the next person's farm, then the next person's farm, or this one would give this one 2 sheep so that they breed, and then you bring back my sheep once you've bred, and that's how you grow. So we do need systems like that, where we start thinking, okay guys, how do we make this work for us? How do we build the things we need, our hospitals, our foods, these stokvels, it's actually going to be a grassroots thing. And if MK is also not speaking that language, then MK is not for us either. And what scares me about MK is that they fall into the same trap of falling into parliament, and suddenly their voices are a bit...
Yeah. Posh English now.
Yeah. It's a bit stifled. You're not quite hearing the land debate so robustly anymore, So... I think that it's dangerous. Politics are dangerous in that they facilitate the buying of the good blacks.
Was the EFF ever a solution?
The EFF was brilliant, except that...
Was?
Yeah, was.
Okay.
I think it was destroyed by Julius's ego. I think if Julius had someone who could take him on... Julius was surrounded by yes men. And the danger with being surrounded by yes men is that even if you're stupid, the yes men are going to follow you into your stupid revolution. So if he had people that could take him on and who could challenge him, it would have been more powerful. It could have been the thing. But once you, it's the same thing that I'm scared for MK with Zuma. Once you center it on one person, then the flaws of that person become the party.
The identity of the revolution.
So Julius, even back then, would swear at people. He would had a very vulgar way of expression. And that's what we're seeing on social media now with the fighters, is that's all they know how to be, just vulgar. So you do need a balance.
There is a break from politics a bit. There is okay, everything is politics, but
exactly.
Life is politics.
Exactly.
There seems to be a gender war going on.
Okay.
Between men and women. There is a huge disconnect, and because a lot of what happens online represents how we are living, it seems to be unfolding online a lot, where it's like feminists are hated, but there is a group that loves feminists so much. Men feel victimized by feminists. Men feel like my voice is not heard. I mean, I recently had Ndalo on the show who's being denied access to his child by the baby mama, and he feels like courts are disadvantaging him. Even online, people are not on his side. Do you see this gender war happening, and can you feel it? And do we have a solution?
I think that is created by the breaking down of our family units, which came with this. Remember, our biggest thing as black people, our biggest problem is that the family unit has been broken. So, men and women, you're correctly saying, we're not getting along, we're not building together, we're destroying. So, there is an element of, because of the toxic masculinity and patriarchy that West came with, because a lot of these ideas came Nabelung. A lot of our destruction as Abantu Abamnyama came because Abelung came with these new ideas. I mean, even about porn and stuff. We didn't do porn and stuff. Even those Abelung lezo, you know, and sexualizing people. We as black women used to be able to walk around bare-breasted, sit sharp without you guys harassing us. But now here is this new thinking that came that suddenly sexualized us and taught you guys how to be predators, basically. And then the system came and said, look at the black woman, she's so weak, she's submissive, she doesn't have a voice. And it actually wasn't the case. Women in relationships, we do submit for people we love. And it was disgusting that Abelungu weaponized that against us. We do, like, Masimtandu Muntu, like, your king is your king.
Yeah.
Your king is your, and it's like, that's my king.
Yeah.
And you treat him like it, and it feels nice for us.
Sure.
But here's this Western gaze that came and said, oh, why are you groveling to men? And for us, it worked because what? You know what? My king goes out there and makes money for me. And obviously, I'm going to grovel for my king because he is for my well-being. I'm here because he is, and he is because I am. So it's this white point of view that came into how we do. Then the system was like, oh, look at polygamy. The men are sluts. Oh, my God. And look how they just treat the women. And to be honest with you, now I'm in my 40s. Like, there is nothing wrong with polygamy. Like, there's a part of me, I don't want a man all the time. Also, like, you know, and so it's for us, for some of us, it's not such a big thing. There isn't a thing where only me, it's not like that for everybody. And essentially, polygamy made sure that all the women are sorted out. It's cool. And it was open. Now we've got a situation where it's cheating and, oh, I'm so hurt. But these are all constructs, social constructs that came Nabelung, which he's cheating on you. Before it wasn't, it's like, okay, that's my sister wife, I get on with my things here. Now it's like, it's called cheating and it's a bad thing and, you know.
Cheating is a social construct.
There's
no such thing as cheating.
Did God say that men and women must be married and sign papers? Is that a divine, is that just like how we breathe and how we need water, right? Do we need marriage and papers? No, we created that. So there is no law around what kind of marriage you can have. That's why when we stress about the LGBTQI, it's like, it's none of your business, guys. In African culture, we never got into who is sleeping with who. It's none of our business. We don't care. And in African culture, actually, women could also have multiple partners. Men could both. It was like, my body is it's here, it exists. Obviously not too much because you get sick. And too much of anything makes you sick. But there's no confined thing. You're not going to drop dead. God is not going to strike you with lightning because you've married two people. So marriage is a social construct. We made it up.
How do we deconstruct?
That's why we keep going back to izinto zesintu now. That's why we were starting to be like, guys, who were we before Abelungu came? Because that thing was working for us. We had huge civilizations. Our women were happy. Our men were happy. We were not fighting. Our children could walk around naked around men.
And not feel like they'll be violated or the chance of being violated. Yeah.
So how did we create those men before? What has contaminated the African man?
Yeah.
And can we start taking those things away? Can we start taking those things away? So for me, it's just like, yeah, guys, let's figure out who we were before. Because what we've been taught by Abelungu taught us utwala, they taught us porn, they taught us these things that divide the male and the female energy. You know, let's go back to how we used to engage together.
How do we return there?
It's these conversations. It's these exact conversations.
Alternative voices.
Yes. And then we start having organizations and movements where it's like, as Tina saw, we start going back to eating proper food, because even the food that Abelungu are selling us, it's killing us. It's giving us body prostate cancer. We didn't have these issues before, guys. We ate from the ground. We were, organic. So now we have to acknowledge the fact that Islungu has damaged us.
I'll be a devil's advocate and say that there is an element of good that westernization has helped us with in certain areas, perhaps where we had blind spots as African people, because as humans we're not perfect. And somebody's consuming this and saying, Ntsiki is just blaming everything on whiteness, like as if black people just got dominated and they didn't have brains of their own to retaliate. Why do you keep on blaming everything on whiteness? Can't we internalize our own issues and fix things from within?
I think that have we as black people ever colonized and invaded? Well, okay, in Europe many years ago, yes, we were running things. But what we need to consider is that the black man is the first man. We are the original human being. So every single race learned everything from us. We are the original civilizers across the board. The black man comes from millions of years ago. Abelungu start popping up around 700, 800 AD. So as the original race, we are the parent race. So now back to why we're like this. We have never taken Abelungu and taken guns and prisons and beat them to submission, which is something that they did to us, which has been internalized and it's in our psychology. We've been beaten to submission. So if there's anything to own up to as black people is that, hey, actually it worked. And now how do we fix this? But denying which it happened is not going to help us. We didn't have guns, guys. They came with guns. Bastubula, you remember, you've seen the footage from even apartheid era. And it didn't even start then. It started back then. They moved us from our lands, the Land Acts. It was violent. What happened to black people? We are a victim of violence. And we need to acknowledge that and acknowledge there's a healing process that needs to happen because we've been through a lot. But pretending as if Abelungu abenzanga nix is kawata, that thing. Yeah, and it's part of the problem because we're still sucking up to our abusers. So, yeah.
As we near the end of our conversation, I've got this. What do you fully believe in is our solution as black people to take back South Africa?
You know, it's not even about black people. The thing is that it's about Ubuntu, you know? Because, Tina, we're not a violent people.
Mm-hmm. We will share.
We will share.
Okay.
We will share. We're not a people that is... That's why they're getting away with so much, because we are not a violent people. So just going back to the principles of Ubuntu and moving away from the individualism that came in Abelungu. Abelungu taught us me, I, single marriage, me, I. Let's move away from the me, I. Now we start working as we, as a collective, as we did in the past.
Yeah. Ntsiki, thank you so much for the privilege of indulging me in your politics, because would you agree that you're misunderstood a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you okay with being misunderstood?
You know, it's got its stressful moments. In the heat of the moment, it can be quite like, it can drain me. But I've come to understand that this is part of my life purpose. So, and a truth teller, it's not, somebody even tweeted yesterday, they were like, please don't be upset at us because you're waking us up, and nobody likes to be woken up. My big vusanji. It's not a nice feeling.
Yeah.
So, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't take anything away from me, as long as umpagati is growing from the work that I'm doing.
And last but not least, what's that one thing in life you know for sure?
The one thing I know for sure is that the universe shall reward your good work. Yeah.
The universe shall reward your good work.
Yeah. And your bad work. So, what you put out is definitely what you get back.
What you get back. And an episode about checking who we are, being aware of our surroundings, and not looking at politics as just something that is far away from you that you can just ignore. But as we said, that politics are in everything that we do. And as black people, if you are black or you identify as black, you will realize that there are inherent things that we need to take a decision to reverse, change back without losing who we are. So, Ntsiki, thank you so much for your time. It's been a privilege. And I hope in your journey of activism, through your art, through your voice, through conversations, through moya wesizwe, you will continue challenging how we think.
Thank you for all your good work, Buti.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Introducing the epitome of luxury living. Kalu Luxury Villas and Suites, your private sanctuary of opulence and elegance. Nestled amongst the lush, sun-kissed landscapes of Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, this Kalu Luxury Villa is a paradise of tranquility, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the neighborhood. Step into a world of refined luxury where every detail has been meticulously crafted to create an atmosphere of sophistication and comfort. This villa is kept within a gated and secure property for your peace of mind. The Kalu Villa is available for both short-term and long-term stays, making it the ideal location for your next vacation or special event. This villa boasts spacious living areas and floor-to-ceiling windows that flood the interior with natural light, making you feel at one with the surrounding beauty, paired with multiple terraces, an outdoor lounge, and a dining area. Live the dream, make memories, and indulge in the life you deserve. Contact us today to book your stay or to learn more about this exquisite property. Your oasis of opulence awaits.